Is that your family album?
Yes, it is. You may have a look at it.
Oh, thanks. Who is that?
That's my grandfather.
Was your grandfather a doctor?
Yes, he was.
Really? How interesting. My grandfather was a doctor too.
You have a lot of books on medicine. Was your grandfather a doctor?
Yes, he was. He was a very famous doctor in our town.
Is the hospital across the road named after him?
Yes, he established that hospital. Who's that man in the picture on the wall?
He's my uncle.
Was he a mail carrier?
No, he wasn't.
What was he?
He was a police officer.
Was your grandfather a scientist?
Are you kidding? The man never picked up a book in his life.
Well then, what was his job?
He was a firefighter, and a pretty good one too. Was your grandfather an artist?
Yes, he was.
What sort of paintings did he paint?
He did a lot of portraits and things like that. Was your grandmother a cook?
She wasn't, but she could cook really well.
Can you cook well?
I can cook a little.
Was your mother a nurse?
She was and still is.
Which hospital does she work at?
She works at County Memorial Hospital. Was your aunt a lawyer?
No, she was a teacher.
Why doesn't she teach anymore?
She died last year. Was your grandfather a doctor?
No, he wasn't.
What was your grandfather?
He was an engineer.
Was your uncle a soldier?
He sure was. He served in Vietnam.
He must have had a hard time.
Not my uncle. He's pretty tough. Was your grandmother a housewife?
Pretty much, but she could cook really well.
What sort of food did she cook?
She could make the best apple pie. Excuse me, was your grandfather a doctor?
No, he wasn't. He was a pilot in World War II.
That's nice. My grandfather was a doctor. He too served in World War II.
I'm proud of my grandfather.
I am too.